Hi, welcome to Brake Check. My name is Brian, and today we are driving more than just a Durango. This is a Hellcat Durango. And for all you dads out there waiting for it, it's here. Let's check it out. So, come around the front. You have the typical Hellcat themed hood with real functional vents. Thank you, Mopar, for not faking it. Plenty of air intake on the front. And a lot of the common Durango traits are still here. But, let me open the hood and I'll show you the real treat. We have over 700 horsepower at disposal. Now, the interesting part of this is that it is an all-wheel drive, full-time all-wheel drive, and we're not actually able to disable the front diff, which is a little bit disappointing for those that want to just have burnouts non-stop. Subscribe for burnouts. Non-stop, which is really a Hellcat hat trick. Something I want to notice real quick is look how wide this coupler is on the air intake. Look how big that is. And look at the throttle body. It's like a sewer pipe. It's insane. Absolutely insane. It's phenomenal. I love it. You got the Hemi orange valve covers. Classic Mopar trait. Big fan of that. Now, speaking with the engineers, you are able to track mode direct up to 90% of the power to the rear wheels, which makes it feel very rear-wheel drive in certain scenarios. But it is still all-wheel drive. So let's kind of walk around. We'll show you the basic stuff. We do have some fake wood in the door here, which is nice to have. A hardened carbon stereo. Kind of simple, I wouldn't say simple, but what we're used to from the Durango. This does have Uconnect 5, which is quite encouraging. So we'll talk about that more in the interior shot. So I think it's time we go for a drive. Let's go. Okay, we're driving the Hellcat Durango just outside of Austin, Texas, and Bee Cave, Texas. And first of all, if you can't hear that, it's there. I'm not sure if your kids are going to nap very well in here, but probably worth the trade-off. First of all, the most important thing in a vehicle's interior, ball chillers. This has them. These are also sport seats, but they also have a really good ventilated seat operation. One of the best I've used in a while. Very pleased with that. As I said earlier, this one is an all-wheel drive. There is no option for two-wheel drive with the Hellcat, which I find interesting. I kind of wish there was a kind of a hooligan mode to deactivate that, but I'm sure the aftermarket can support it in some way. We're in auto mode right now, which has a transmission and eco, paddle shifters off. I can't even do anything with them. And everything else is in street, and the steering is in sport. This is Uconnect 5. If you've used Uconnect in the past, this is still leading the class. From what I can tell, it's very intuitive. Everything's where it needs to be. The graphic interface is great. No problems there. Now the screen is very glossy. I've got a feeling it's going to get dusty quite quickly, but time will tell. All screens have that issue in one form or another. Okay, so we're going to come bring it down, and we're going to attempt launch control, which this vehicle has, which all great family haulers should have. Launch mode. Apply the brakes. Apply a lot of them. And dump it. Whoa! 30, 40, 50, 60. A number, more numbers. Yeah, it's no slouch. The brakes are no slouch either. Let's go into track mode. Track mode seems to sharpen everything up. Steering feels the same. It still feels a little wobbly because it is a family car. The ZF8 speed is no twin clutch, but it is no slouch for a torque converter. Yeah, look, I'm on team save the manuals. I've always been that way. I would buy a manual Durango if they offered it. But let's be real, the take rate just doesn't exist. No one wants to buy them anymore, especially in a family hauler. If you have to live with an automatic, the ZF is a great place to be. Yeah, it doesn't hesitate on downshift at all. Burbles very well. All right, we're gonna accelerate out of this intersection. I'm gonna paddle shift everything. Ooh, hell of a gear. Caught me out on that one. I wouldn't mind the shift light in this thing, I'll be honest. It's that quick. All right, we are at 4,500 RPMs in third gear at 50 miles an hour. 70. It's nutty. For the school run, it's just insane. I'm not sure who this thing is for, but I will say I'm happy to be driving it. I can't fault anyone for getting it. There we go. All right, and then when you go back to auto mode, it civilizes. It's calm and comfortable and quiet. It's actually quieter than some other vehicles we've driven today here. Let's talk about the Hellcat. This thing has a 2.3 liter supercharger on it, which is bigger than most displacements of most compact cars. If you think about that, it's kind of insane. The output is obviously over 700 horsepower, and obviously FCA is just, they've got a fire under their hat and they've decided to Hellcat the world, and I'm okay with that. Hipster score, this is really important. Very obvious this is going to do well. I'm going to score it a 2. And my reasoning behind that is there's no plaid. While it is all-wheel drive, it's not really off-road friendly. You're going to scrape the side rails and some stuff. And it's atrocious at fuel economy. So I don't know that this is going to be the right car for a hipster. But for a gearhead with kids, there's nothing better out there. Thanks for watching Brake Check. We'll catch you next time.